Hello YouTube viewers, it's Silvertardis here. Welcome back to Cyberwars Series 4. We're now in our third heat and we already have two grand finalists. Tilly Evo and Tornado. Now, before we decide who's next into the grand final, we've got to kick off with round one. The house robots for which are Shunt and the deadly Sir Killalot. Our first battle is between the third seed Toon Raider, a very strong contender in this with its massive pushing power and its deadly flipper. Although we've seen 95 and Atomic already go out. So, could we be seeing another upset? Invertawedge is Toon Raider's opponent, representing BattleBots Boy, former winner of the account Mayhem. How good will it be in the main series, I wonder? 3, 2, 1. Activate. Both of these robots, strong pushing power. Invertawedge getting in underneath Toon Raider. Toon Raider flipping itself over to try and escape. Look at that, somersaulting right over the top of Invertawedge. Invertawedge, though, definitely in control. It's got a very high ground clearance around the back, but it's certainly faster than Toon Raider. And Toon Raider's going to have to think of something quick. Little Alex Brown at the controls. Just 11 years of age right now. And yet he was UK Featherweight Champion in 2010 with Tiny Toon. Hasn't won the Heavyweight title before. Invertawedge definitely giving Toon Raider a run for its money. Toon Raider, they flipped Invertawedge, but it can run either way up, as the name suggests. Invertawedge, can they get away from there? Oh, Toon Raider's got them cornered. Could this be a turnaround? No, not quite. This is a great battle here. I wouldn't mind, really, which way it went. Both of these robots certainly deserve a place in the heat final. Let alone the next round. Toon Raider, now they're pushing back on Invertawedge, because Invertawedge, they've only got 2 wheels on the ground as opposed to 4. Toon Raider trying to come in and flip them over again. Maybe out the arena, they very nearly did there. Fantastic fight, we've got about a minute left of it, and so far, both these robots are looking brilliant. BattleBots Boy, he's probably got his fingers crossed. It wasn't enough, BattleBots Boy. Out goes Invertawedge. Dear oh dear, what went wrong? Toon Raider just caught them off guard, and down they went. Somersaulting with delight. Well done, Toon Raider. You go through to the next round. Cease. Bye-bye, Invertawedge. Sorry, BattleBots Boy. But hey, you might be seeded next year. Next series, rather. Alright, moving on to our next round 1 battle between seed number 7, Velocerippa. They were knocked out by... I think it was... Give me a minute. Anyway, they got knocked out. That's the main point. Yeah, check the last series if you want to know who it was. And their opponent is Tut Tut. They can walk like an Egyptian. They can talk like an Egyptian. But let's see if they can fight like an Egyptian, because they've only had 1 victory in Cyberwars to date. 3, 2, 1. Activate. Velocerippa, definitely the quicker of these 2 machines, and the one with the more pushing power. Look at that, Tut Tut, they've got absolutely no chance. Velocerippa's just so quick, I don't think Tut Tut will be able to get the axe in for a blow. They very nearly did, though. Velocerippa turning Tut Tut up and over. And I thought the pyramid was supposed to be the perfect shape. Perfect, my foot. Out goes Tut Tut. Ta-ta, Tut Tut. Back to the tomb. Cease. And the winner is Velocerippa. They go through to the next round. And our next round 1 battle is between the number 11 seed, Beast. 1 up from last year. They were unlucky to lose out to... they lost out to Atomic in the last series. And their opponent is the mighty Razer. They look very impressive in their qualifier. I mean, they crushed Jackal, ending its career. Let's see if they could do the same to one of the favourites. 3, 2, 1. Activate Beast. They've got their flipper ramped up since the last series. Razer coming in for a bite of the Beast. Beast, though, with the flipping power, not quite getting Razer over. Razer's just gripping so hard to the Beast. Beast, what can they do here? Razer has them in one hell of a vice grip. Beast trying to flip themselves free, but they've just flipped themselves into trouble. Razer, I think they could have this one. Coming in with a mighty crush. That's 9 tons of squeezability on that claw. Not many robots can safely say they've beaten Razer. Agrobot being one of the few. Another one being Pussycat, Inquisitor. Then, of course, there's Tornado. Somehow. Beast up and over in the corner, trying to right itself. They can't self-right when they're on their side. They had to be tilted onto their back. Razer providing some assistance. Beast, they need to claw their way back, but Razer is pinning them down with that mighty crushing claw. What chance does the Beast have against Razer right now? They look so strong in the pits, but Razer, being Razer, they look much, much stronger. Oh, goodness me. Beast, they are going to have to do some serious rebuilding for the next series. In comes Razer again with that mighty claw. I can see gas venting from the Beast. Dear oh dear, I think Beast could be out of the competition. Gas is venting, which means the flipper won't be working. 30 seconds remaining of this fight. Beast, I don't see how they can survive to the end, and they're not going to survive. Cease. Beast out of the competition. And Razer goes, oh, taking on Shunt now, are we? You know the robots these days, always keen for a pick at the house robots. Killalot coming in with the drill, trying to hoist up Razer. Razer still holding on to Shunt, though. Trying to buckle its bulldozer scoop. It's done it before, and Shunt in the pits. Killalot now trying to mangle Razer. Cease has been called, you know, boys. Razer, they'll be back for the next round. They'll be facing Toon Raider. Will the same grisly fate await Toon Raider, I wonder? Right now, Killalot's going to help Razer exit the arena. Not exactly in style, but Razer lives to fight another day. Beast, I'm not so sure. And we move on to our final round 1 battle, which is between seed number 15, runner-up in the War of Independence, Drillzilla, and their opponent is Shellshock, representing Ben Purse of GTM. This could go either way, I think. Shellshock did very well in the account Mayhem. Drillzilla, though, great history in the American series, and they did make the semi-finals last time round. Unlucky to lose out there to... I believe it was... Anyway, whoever it was, they lost out. Moving on. 3, 2, 1. Activate Drillzilla. Very quick. Lots of pushing power. And because it's a walker, it can be twice the weight of the other robots. Shellshock, though, they're on tracks, so they've got a fair bit of pushing power as well. But Drillzilla, they've got one of their spikes stuck into the side of Shellshock, and that might just jam one of the tracks. Drillzilla coming in with the spike again. Shellshock trying to flip Drillzilla up and over. Drillzilla invertible though, so even if they do get flipped, it will have no effect on them. Now coming around and puncturing the other side of Shell Shock. Ben Purse of GTM must be looking on in horror as his representative robots, yet it's lost all mobility. The spikes of Drillzilla have punctured the tracks, and I think that's the end of Shell Shock. They are going at a snail's pace, quite literally here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Shell Shock is well and truly shell-shocked here, I think. And then moved over to the drop zone. You know what comes next. 3, 2, 1. Down comes the skip. What a mess. Cease. Drillzilla go through to the next round, where they'll be meeting Velocerippa. See you guys next time for round 2 and the heat final.